Okay. All right. Again, it's all about listening to your body. You just don't feel like you have to do what you see other people do on social in order to get a good lift in, because there's so many variations for the same damn exercise. Like, there's so many ways to do one RDL. Good morning, you guys, and happy Tuesday. So today is glutes. Everything feels good. I told you guys the past few days my glutes were really sore from leg day on Saturday. All that's healed up, so we're pretty much ready to go. My knee is a little tight, but I think once I stretch and move, it shouldn't hinder us from getting in a good glute workout. So I'm gonna warm up on the leg extension and do body weight squats, and then the next time I turn the camera on, we're gonna get right into it, okay? So I'm gonna finish getting myself together, warm up, and then we're gonna start glutes. All right, you guys, so pretty much all warmed up. We're gonna start with reverse lunges on the Smith machine. I have a 25 on each side. I was gonna do the platform so I could get deeper into the lunge, but my bun is too tall for the top of the Smith machine. I just don't feel like moving my hair down, so we're not gonna do it. It's fine. We're still gonna get some good glute activation in. Knee feels good, so let's find some music and get into set one. And after each lunge, I'm bringing my knee up. So see how 25 feels. Okay, next side. There you go. Glutes already burning. Okay, we're gonna go up. All right, you guys, I added 10 pounds to each side, so we're at 35 pounds each side. One thing that I noticed, I probably should have did these with dumbbells. Yesterday was back day, and just kind of like holding the bar on my traps, it's a little sore, but we already started, so we're here now. But yesterday was back day, so you know, you're doing a lot of back and core stabilization by supporting the bar. So it was a little uncomfortable here, right at, you know, right where my neck is. So, you know, it is what it is. So let's get into set two. But if I had dumbbells, I wouldn't have anything like on my back. You know what I mean? All right. That one doesn't count. Next leg. Okay. Nah. Fuck. Okay. All right, you guys, I put a 45 on each side, so 90 altogether. All right. Got to warm the knees back up a little bit. All right, here we go. One more. All right, next leg. Okay. All right, here we go. One more. Nah. Okay. All right. Shit. Heart rate got to 176. All right, you guys, we're gonna do sumo squats into jumping, weighted squats. So I have 110 here for sumo, and then I have 60 for the jump squats. All right. And jump squats, we're gonna hit 15 to 20. And sumo squats to failure. All right, here we go. All right, jump squats. Hold on. Right here. I got 5 more. Oh my God. Five more. Okay. All right, you guys. Set number 2, same thing. I have the 110. All right, here we go. One more. All right. Jump squats. Five more. All right. All right, you guys, set number 3. Same weight. Okay. All right, here we go. One more. All right, got the jump squats. Oh, okay. All right, well, here we go. Hold on. All right, come on. Come on, come on. I got 3 more. Come on, 3 more, 3 more. All right, you guys. We're gonna do a single leg hip thrust. I started feeling a little bit of cramping in my hamstring. So I have the 100-pound dumbbell here. I don't know if we're gonna use it or not, but I also have a 60 just in case it's too heavy. It's like some days when I do these, I feel cramping in my hamstring. Some days I don't. I guess it just kind of depends. So let's get into set 1. Just gotta get it on my lap. That's the hardest part. 2, 3. Okay, that was set 1. All right, you guys, we're gonna do set number 2. Let's get this dumbbell up. All right, here we go. All right. Catching a cramp. Caught a cramp. Okay. I don't know why. It's like sometimes I'll catch a cramp right in the lower half of my hamstring. All right, where we at? Let me try to get a few more at the 60 pounds, and then we'll call it a day. All right, here we go. Okay, we're done. Fuck. We're done. All right, you guys, so that concludes glute day, y'all. Jesus. Worked out for a total of 75 minutes, so an hour and 15 minutes, and we burned a total of 900 calories, so not bad. I've been telling you guys this past week and a half of working out at this time, it's 9:30 a.m. I've noticed that I move faster. Like my workouts don't take nearly as long as they used to. So, you know, I don't know if it's because I'm trying to beat people to different pieces of equipment, so I'm moving with purpose, or if it's because I'm trying to get out of here because it is crowded. I'm not too sure what the reasoning is behind it, but I have noticed that I move a lot faster being here at this time. I think it's just like more normal hours. Like, well, it's raining today, but the sun is out. I don't know, it just feels different. Now, I haven't been like filming content specifically for reels the past few days. I've literally just been keeping the camera horizontal, which is how I film for YouTube, and then like cropping and adjusting to make it vertical. So, you know, that's helped. So I've just noticed things that I've done, I guess, more so content creation relations to make things move faster. Because part of the reason why it would take so long is because I'm taking pictures, I'm making reels, like I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, my breaks tend to be longer because in between sets I'm doing this or doing that. So, you know, I have noticed that. So I've just, you know, it is what it is. I don't mind shorter workouts, honestly. And it's crazy because before we got in here, I was like, in the car, just like mentally trying to prepare myself for glute day, because I knew I wanted to hit some type of squats, whether it was going to be a Bulgarian split squat or a lunge. I knew I wanted to do that. So that's, to me, those are the hardest lifts. Like the sumo squats are really hard too. But the single leg stuff, that is to me by far the most challenging part of any glute day or leg day. Like I'll take 100 step ups over one set of Bulgarian split squats any day. Like any day, name the time, name the place. I don't know what it is about a Bulgarian split squat, but it literally just takes the life out of me. Same with lunges. Like Saturday when we did walking lunges, it took the life out of me. That's why I prefer to do those things first. So on Saturday we started with walking lunges. Today we started with reverse lunges, because I'm just like, I would so much rather get that done first while I'm still fresh than to save it for the middle of the workout or the end where I just no longer mentally fucking feel like it. So, like, I try to do those things first. Just like for chest day, I always do the pushing first. So if that's a shoulder press or a dumbbell bench press or incline dumbbell press, I always start with that, because for me, those lifts take the most out of me. Back day, it doesn't really matter to me what I start with for back day, but definitely leg day, definitely chest day, certain lifts I just like to get done first. And then after that, to me, mentally, it's like smooth sailing from there. It's still hard. Like those hip thrusts that we did were super, super hard. And I'm mad that I didn't have enough in me to get that third set in. But again, it's just smooth sailing after the lunges or after the split squats. So I don't know, when I was doing back squats, I would like to start with that. But back squats to me, they're just not comfortable anymore. And you know, it is a compound lift. You're doing so many things in one squat. And I just realized, like, you don't have to do a back squat in order to build your glutes or to build your quads or to build your core. Like, you don't have to do that. And for the longest time, I was trying to do that because that's what I would see everybody else do. But I noticed that, one, it would take me so long to warm up for back squats. And then two, like, after back squats, like I was just really, really, really done. Like I was done after reverse lunges, but it's a different type of done. Like doing back squats, like it just messed up my knees for the rest of the lift. So I just kind of stopped doing them. Now I'm not against doing them here and there, but like I just realized, like if a lift is uncomfortable for you, maybe you had like prior injuries. I had 2 knee surgeries, one when I was a junior in high school, and then another when I was a sophomore in college. So my knees just aren't what they used to be, okay? They're just not what they used to be. Same knee, same issue, and it's the same knee now that's irritating me, the one that got the 2 knee surgeries. So, you know, some things just aren't meant for you, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to do squats in order to build a butt. You don't have to do squats in order to build your quads. So that's a misconception. I don't do any deadlifting, you guys. The only deadlifting y'all may see me do is single leg deadlift, and I do that from time to time on glute day. But y'all have never seen me do any type of deadlift with the barbell and 500 pounds. Like I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. If your form is not precise, you can and you will hurt your lower back, and I don't want back pain by any means. So I'm not willing to try it. Like I'm not willing to try it. You don't have to deadlift in order to be considered strong. There's so many other lifts that you can do that are deemed safer. And you know, don't feel like you have to do stuff that you see on Instagram in order to get the physique that you want. You have to do what's best for your body. I was doing leg press for a long time, for the past few months, and I noticed that as I started to put more and more weight on the leg press, I started to feel it more in my knees than in my quads. So I just kind of laid off with that. I think I did leg press like 2 weeks ago, but some things, you guys, it's just, I don't know if it's because you're putting more weight on stuff, but it starts to, at least for me, irritate certain joints. And I'm not willing to do that. Like, If I feel like the equipment is no longer working the muscle group that it needs to work and it's now working my knees, then it's time to lay off or lighten the load. You know what I mean? Or maybe adjust the placement of my feet. I noticed that when I do leg extensions, when I do single leg, today when I warmed up with leg extensions, it was very uncomfortable on my left knee, which is the knee that's been irritating me these past few weeks. So I kept it really, really light and just worked on getting my range of motion for the lunges that you guys saw me do. But before I was having this issue with my knee, I noticed that when I was doing single leg extensions, if I went heavier than 60 pounds on one leg, I no longer felt it in my quad. I felt it in my knee. And I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's like anything after 60 pounds became a knee exercise, no longer quad. So I don't go super heavy with single leg extensions. Now I will with both legs. I can still feel it in my quads. I think the last time we did leg extensions, I was able to hit, 140 with both legs, and I still felt it in my quads. But I don't know what it is about the single leg extension. After 60 pounds, I felt way more pressure on my knee than on my quad, and I wasn't willing to keep it going. That's not what it's for. It's not a knee exercise, right? It's a quad exercise. So, you have to listen to your body and understand that certain lifts just might not be for you, and that's totally fine. I love the hack squat, the reverse hack squats. That doesn't irritate my knees at all. I feel it a lot in my quads, so I do that a lot. What else? When I was working with the trainer 2 leg sessions ago, we did the pendulum squats. That felt fine. And there's a pendulum squat machine here, but last leg day somebody was on it, so I didn't get to it. But that felt fine. I'm trying to think. Goblet squats. Once I warm my knees up, I feel them in my quads, so that's fine. RDLs, when I use the RDL machine, that feels good. So, it's just certain things that again, it's all about listening to your body, and just don't feel like you have to do what you see other people do on social in order to get a good lift in, because there's so many variations for the same damn exercise. There's so many ways to do one RDL. You can do the RDL machine, you could do RDLs with barbell, you could do RDLs with Smith machine, you could do RDLs with dumbbells, you could do B stance RDLs. There's so many variations. So just do what's best for you. You guys never see me do hip thrust with a barbell. I used to try it, but I noticed I felt it way more in my lower back than I should have. So now when I do hip thrust, I either do single leg like y'all seen today. I do the hip thrust machine with the belt and you put the plates on the side, or that's it. I don't even do hip thrust on the Smith machine anymore. So, it's all about what's best for you. You're hitting the same muscle. It doesn't matter how you do it. You're hitting the same muscle. Okay, you're hitting your glutes. So just do what's most comfortable for you. I see a lot of people do hip thrust with the barbell, and that's fine. If you don't feel discomfort, then you do that. For me, it was hard to get it off of the floor and onto my lap. That first rep would be the most intense, just trying to hoist it up, that it just wasn't comfortable. And then the pressure on my hips, even when I would put a mat or the barbell cushion, it was just too uncomfortable on my hips. So I stopped. And I like the hip thrust machine with the belt because I don't feel any pressure on my hips like I would if I had the barbell on my lap. Same with the Smith machine, and same with the dumbbells. I don't feel any pressure on my hips when I do it, the single leg hip thrust. So, that's why I prefer to do it the way that you guys see me do it. But again, if you don't have hip discomfort when you're doing it, then do the barbell. It's up to you. It's whatever floats your boat. It's whatever makes you feel good. As long as you're hitting the intended muscle group, you're fine, okay? You're fine. I used to do, I'm not gonna say I don't, but I used to do bench press with the barbell. I don't like that. I really don't like barbell bench press. And I noticed 2 months ago, I really just don't like it. I prefer dumbbells when it comes to bench press. I don't know. I don't know, but I just feel like I get more quality reps in when I do dumbbell bench press than barbell bench press. And there are a lot of people who prefer barbell bench press over dumbbell. I think I get stronger with dumbbells because you're keeping tension on both sides of your chest at all times. So you notice when you lay back and you're doing your dumbbell bench press, if you just stop the tension in your chest, you notice that your arms try to go out like this, right? It takes a lot of chest muscle to keep your arms closed like this, okay? So you're constantly keeping tension on your chest. Whereas when you're doing a barbell bench press, you lose that tension when you come up at the top of your rep. Okay, so that's why I like dumbbell and then on top of that, it's evening out both sides of your chest. Most of the time our bodies, one side is stronger than the other. When you're doing a dumbbell bench press, both sides of your chest have to work equally as hard. So I like single rep or single-sided movements and things like that. That's why y'all always see me do single leg hip thrusts. That's why you guys see me do single leg extensions, because you're keeping both sides of your body equally strong, right? That's why I prefer dumbbell curls, right? I do easy bar curls from time to time, but most of the time when you guys see me do a bicep curl, I'm doing dumbbells because I just want to make sure both sides get equally strong. So, do what's best for you. It's your lift, it's your workout, and it's what's gonna make you feel good. I don't want you guys to come into the gym dreading something because it's uncomfortable for you. If it's uncomfortable, don't do it. And it could be form. A lot of times your form may be off, and that's why you're not feeling it where you're supposed to feel it. I notice that when I do RDLs with dumbbells, I do feel way more in my lower back than I'm supposed to, which is why I like the RDL machine. It's like a stationary machine. It's like this big red stationary machine, and you hold it like a suitcase. You hold both sides on your side, so you're not holding anything in front of you. So by holding it on your sides, it's taking that tension off of your lower back. So that's why I prefer doing RDLs on there. But again, just lift, okay? Just lift. Just be comfortable. As long as nothing's hurting, you're fine. Don't go too heavy, especially if you haven't done something before. When you guys see me work out with the trainer, he had me do hack squats the regular way. I never do hack squats the regular way. I'm always doing reverse hack squats. So, the range of motion for me just wasn't there because I'm not used to doing squats like that. So we kept the reps light, because I just had to get used to the movement, right? So if you're not used to doing something, don't feel like you have to go heavy. There's nothing wrong with going light to ensure that your form is right, so that you're not hurting yourself, okay? So just some things to keep in mind. Lifting should be fun. Lifting should not hurt. You'll feel sore, yes, but hurting, no. If you are hurting, something is wrong. And most of the time when people hurt themselves in the weight room, it's because they're going too heavy. So keep that in mind. I remember the last time I had a consultation with my trainer, we were talking about different movements that I do, and we got on the topic of shoulders, and he was telling me anytime I'm doing a shoulder fly, any type of variation, whether I'm doing shoulder flies like this or with the cable or lateral, like whatever it is, if you can't hold it up, like the weight that you're using, if you can't hold that weight up for 1 to 2 seconds or 2 to 3 seconds, it's way too heavy. It's way too heavy. And I'll see people who are doing shoulder flies like this, because it's too heavy to hold up. If you can't hold that up for a couple of seconds, it's way too heavy. And that's when you're gonna run into rotator cuff injuries and things like that. You have to be able to control the weight. If you're just throwing the weight, especially really quickly, that's when you're getting more prone to injury. Slow and controlled reps. Shoulders, you don't have to go heavy, especially when you're doing like shoulder flies, you don't have to go heavy for that. And after a certain point, your body's not even created to handle a certain amount of weight. Like, your shoulders aren't created to handle 200 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, maybe your legs, because your quads are a way bigger muscle group than your shoulder, but certain things you don't have to go super heavy on to get toned and defined and strong. You know what I mean? So I don't know. maybe that's why I can't get past 50 pounds seated shoulder press, you know. That might be where it stops for me. I don't know, you know. But we've been on 50 pounds for, I think, since January. And here we are in May, and I still am struggling to get past 50 pounds. So, you know, I don't know, right? That might be where we max out at, right? We'll see, right? Certain lifts like bicep curls, I got stronger there. Sumo squats, I got stronger there. Back, my back is still getting stronger. But my shoulders, I've noticed I can't seem to get past that 50-pound threshold. Even when we were bulking, it's like I still struggle. Chest, my chest is getting stronger still. I can, you know, so, but that seated shoulder press, I haven't been able to get past 50 pounds. And I still can't even do 50 pounds without assistance from my spotter at some point in the lift. So, you know, that might be it for me. We'll see. You know, I'm going to keep trying. I feel like eventually, but I just noticed that I'm not progressing as quickly with that lift as I am with other lifts. So, you know, it is what it is, especially when we were bulking. You would think that I would, or at least I would have thought that I would be able to get to 60 before the bulk is up. I still struggle to go past 50 pounds. So, you know, just keep all of that in mind. If you guys want to see what we did yesterday for back, biceps, and abs, make sure you guys click right here. I am going to get in the sauna today. I haven't been in the sauna in a few days, so I'm going to get in the sauna, just relax, clear my mind, and I will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early for chest, shoulders, and triceps. Bye, you guys. Happy Tuesday.